Hi everyone, can you hear me very well? Is it clear enough? Hello everyone, good morning. It's been like, I didn't sleep throughout the night too. Because I was trying to, you know, I was watching the preliminary competition, so I didn't sleep much this at night. I woke up by 3, no, 2:30 to watch the prelims. How many of you, how many of you watched the preliminary competition? All right, so you're coming in, like this live stream, please. I have like about 4 persons here, and it's just about just one like, please like the live stream. So today's matter, today's issue. I have about 2 live streams today. Probably I will film this one first before I film the other one. Hello, African Queen. How are you doing? Good afternoon. Sorry, good morning from here. Good morning. It's almost afternoon. It's about 10. It's about 11:40 here. It's almost afternoon. I didn't. I decided to take a break today because I didn't. In fact, I just told myself at the whole of today I won't just bother myself because I stayed up to watch the prelims. So today my day is basically free because I didn't want to stress myself at all today. After staying up late, so yes, you're welcome. Miss Criticizer, how are you doing? Good morning. Yes, I stayed awake. Oh, that's what I'm saying now. I stayed awake and it really affected me. This morning I had to sleep again. I had to sleep again and I woke up, I had to sleep and, refresh myself. Woke up, I refreshed, and I decided to come on live. So my heart is shaking. How is your heart shaking now? Yesterday was a mess. They did not even reveal the top 30, and the night gown section was rushed. Okay, nightwear session was rushed. I slept for 3 hours and set my alarm. Like seriously, my alarm woke me around 2:30 because I knew that if I set by 3, there's the probability that I might not wake up by that 3. The alarm might wake me up by 3, but it will be tired, So I had to wake up earlier than 3 o'clock so I can prepare myself. So that was what happened. But anyways, I was able to watch it, even if we had issues with, the whole show. Some persons were complaining that they didn't get to watch it. But I was able to watch everything, and I must say that the national costume was very interesting. The swimwear was very interesting, but the evening wear, like I told you guys, it was going to be rushed because they didn't want to. They wanted to. Okay, watch the Telemundo YouTube channel only for them to block my location after watching it for 40 minutes. Yes, I shared another link now on my community posts. I don't think you guys saw it, where I watched the whole show. Yeah, I watched on Telemundo, but at the end of the day, it was blocked. And in fact, I don't know. Maybe finals, I will have to re-strategize. So I don't want what happened to me in prelims to happen in finals. But let's see how it goes. Wow, Nigeria is very hot right now. Like, seriously. And you guys, there's no power. So I have to make do what I have. So I hope you all can hear me very well because I had to use my mic and I changed the streaming platform because I noticed that StreamYard was kind of glittering my mic rather. Okay. All right, so that was how, after I watched the preliminary competition, I didn't see South Africa. You know, I was not like, ah, what happened to South Africa? You know, I was expecting to see South Africa. So many things happened. I even saw Kosovo, Miss Kosovo in the crowd, like amongst the crowd, like the onlookers or watchers, or what's the word to use. So, you know, I was like, ah, what happened to Mia? You know, I didn't expect that, you know, there was no notice before the competition, because I would have seen it before then that Mia withdrew. You know, so it was after the competition that I found out that Mia actually withdrew this morning. I went on Instagram, I checked it out, and found out that Mia withdrew. So I was like, ah, what happened? Okay, okay, I can hear myself loud and clear. So it was a shock to me that, you know, Mia withdrew, and I was like, what happened? So I had to read the statement that she withdrew due to health conditions and all. You know, and some persons were saying that, oh, she has been falling sick in Mexico. You know, she has been off and on in Mexico. I was like, there was no report to that effect. You know, I'm just hearing this for the first time, that she was actually falling ill back to back, like she wasn't stable. And I asked myself, like, what happened? South Africans that are here, what happened to your Mia? Because this came as a shock to me. It came as a shock. See, are you guys disappointed or what? Disappointed about what? We are disappointed about the whole show. I wasn't really expecting what I saw in the show. In fact, I will come to that, but let me to leave that for the second live stream, because this particular live stream is about Mia. You know, what happened to Mia? Like, all of a sudden, she just fell sick, you know. And I saw her in the interview. She was looking all good, you know. But some persons were like, she has not been, you know, in her best, she has not been having the best, how will I put it, like her health has been failing. You know, she has been off and on. So he said this was the organized prelims that I ever watched. Like, seriously, I don't want to talk about it. Let me leave that for the next live stream. Said Miss Exit was a shock. Okay, Mia's exit was a shock. I was waiting for her to appear during national costume, and she was not there. Yeah, that was where I noticed that she was not available. So Mia withdrew due to her health. Yes, I saw it, that Mia withdrew due to her health. But what happened? Like, you know, there was no other explanations apart from the fact that she had a health condition. You know, we all know, you know, she had a disabled, she has an ear infection and all. We all know that. But what is the main reason why, as in what caused this, you know, her health to decline? You know, so, you know, there's so many things that they need to come and address, because at the end of the day, I was shocked. Like, this is just close to the competition, and you're withdrawing at the dying minute, at the tail end. You know, so probably what happened to her must have happened before, just hours before the prelims. You understand? Just hours before the prelims. So what health issue may I ask? I don't know the health issue. That's why I'm here. South Africans that are here, please, you guys should enlighten us, because right now we need answers. We need answers to our questions. Because right now, like, I'm even shocked. Like, this is just hours to the preliminary competition, and, you know, she just went missing. She just, you know, withdrew at the dying minute. It's so sad. I felt so sad, you know. Say hi, Abby. Hi, Amelia. How are you doing? Longest time. It's been a minute. You know, it's been years I saw you on my channel. It's been years. Visible Light said she talked about death fatigue when she kept being hidden, and South Africa was worried, so she came out after a while. Like, seriously, I don't understand. Like, what happened? Like, is it that, you know, she wasn't really prepared physically or health-wise before the competition? Because, you know, she has a condition. She must have done everything. I had a network glitch. So he said, I think she was just feeling tired. It's really overwhelming for her because of her condition. Like, seriously, if it was so overwhelming, if she knew she wasn't going to compete, you know, she wasn't going to be in 100% self, or 100%, you know, her health would have failed her. You know, she knew, or if she had given heads up, you know, South Africa would have, you know, made another replacement beforehand. if she knew that she was not going to compete in this, like she wouldn't have, you know, the strength to compete in Mexico, she would have let the organizers know on time, you know, so that at the end of the day, they would choose someone else to replace her. First runner up would have replaced her. That's my candid advice, because right now it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing for South Africa that has been, you know, placing and all. You guys, I don't understand though. This is very, very embarrassing. It's very, very embarrassing. You know, for a country that has been very consistent in Miss Universe, all of a sudden you just withdraw. It's so sad. It's so sad. Like, you know, the energy that they used to, you know, it's so sad. You guys should check this thing out, because to me, I felt like there's still more that needs to be said. There's still more that, you know, they have not been said, rather, about her condition. You know, they would have put everything into, they would have made sure that everything is 100%. If they knew that she was not going to be fit, she would have, you know, they would have made arrangements for her to be replaced by the first runner up long before now. So it's so embarrassing. I was shocked, you know, when I saw it. I was like, not Mia now. Mia has been, I didn't even know she has been falling ill. I heard that she fell ill like twice in camp. Before now, she has fallen ill. And for the longest time, so persons were saying that they were not seeing her in camp. She was not really visible in camp and all, you know. So they would have sent second runner up and another to, yes, you know, they would have sent second runner up to avoid all this embarrassment, because it's so embarrassing. After the whole much preparations, she has prepared her national costume, evening wear, everything. At the dying minute, she just resigned, you know. She just withdrew, rather. Just withdrew. It's sad, though. It's a sad one. South Africans, what's happening? All the energy you guys put into signing petition for Chichi, you know, and everything. Why didn't you use that energy to pray for Mia? You would have used that energy to pray for Mia. Because right now, I think she needed you guys more because of her condition. You know, so it's so sad, though. I'm embarrassed right now with that kind of, you know, the way she withdrew. It's so embarrassing. Yes, maybe there's another health condition we don't know about. That's what I'm telling you guys now, that there's something else we don't know about. It's not about the ear infection or whatever. You know, I'm sorry to say this, but I feel for her. I empathize, you know, with her. You know, I empathize with her. It's not easy, you know, having that kind of condition and still, you know, putting your head up out there. You know, she tried, and she has been in Mexico for about 3 weeks or so, or 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken. You know, she did her best. She did everything right. But at the end of the day, I think that there was something missing. They missed out on something, and I think they would have been able to detect if she was fully fit to compete in Mexico. You know. So to avoid all this embarrassment, it's so embarrassing. And I feel so sad for the organization, because they put a lot of effort, you know, into preparing her for the competition, and at the end of the day, she does not end up not competing. Anyway, I wish her speedy recovery, but at the end of the day, I think that we need to know what actually happened, because I don't think it's only the ear infection or whatever, you know, that she has. You know, she has an implant now. So if it's the fatigue, the ear fatigue and all, they would have been able to, you know, get that solved. Because, of course, she participated in Miss South Africa, and she was able to compete successfully. So why couldn't she do that in Mexico? They would have been able to put a lot of things on ground for her to be able to feel comfortable, you know, and all that, you know. So it's just so close to the competition. If she had just said, okay, maybe after 1 week in Mexico, she decided or maybe a few days in Mexico, she couldn't make it anymore, she decided to, I will understand. But not close to the finals. We just have about a day to the finals, and she's withdrawing. It's so sad. I feel so sad. Like, I feel it's kind of like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, I was shocked when I saw the statement. I was really, really, really shocked, you know. So all this would have been avoided if they had done their homework well, if they had made sure that, you know, she's fit and proper, you know. At the end of the day, last year, when this lady, what's her name? What's her name again? Is it Natalie or what? Natasha. Natasha won the pageant, but she didn't compete because she chose not to compete. Mia would have chosen not to compete. Instead, they would have sent the second runner up or the first runner up to stand for her. So I don't understand why they did not, you know, put all this into consideration. She would have just decided to opt out. So see what xenophobic South Africans have caused. They were busy trying to do at Chidinma, but it missed target and landed on innocent and sweet Mia. Get well soon, Mia. That's another angle too. You know, the hate and the drama they were throwing towards Chidinma. If they had used it to pray for Mia, at least all these things would have been averted now. Eh? With all the whole tantrums, they even signed petition that Chidinma should leave Mexico. If they had put that energy into Mia to ensure her, to make sure that, you know, she's okay, to reassure her, send her words of encouragement. At some point, they were even saying they were not happy with Mia's performance. Because at some point, I said it to my channel that, where is Mia? Mia has been off and on. You know, not knowing that Mia has been falling sick. She has not been herself, you know. So if they knew that this was going to happen, they would have just, you know, made adequate arrangement. Mia would have just decided not to participate in Miss Universe. At least she would have just withdrawn. It's not by force now. But the fact that you won the pageant, you can go to other pageant. Now, okay, probably she might go for, and I don't think she might be eligible for another pageant. Meaning that South Africa will not be represented this year in Miss Universe at all, till next year. Ah, it's so sad though. It's so sad. And Chidinma is waxing strong now in Mexico. So but I don't think SA is embarrassed. We just felt sad for her. We won 3 crowns at MU. You guys can. But it's still sad though. If I were in your shoes, I would feel bad. You know, I know you guys wanted to see her on stage. We all wanted to see her on stage. You know, so it's not like I feel like I empathize with her. You know, I feel her pain because it's not easy. You know, at this point, I don't even know how she's feeling. She might be feeling so down now because she has prepared enough for the competition. She has done everything right. And at the end of the day, you know, it's unforeseen circumstances. But at the end of the day, all this would have been averted if they fully knew her condition. Because I felt like there's certain things they're not telling us. Not so close to the competition. And I know a lot of persons were not feeling fine. Congo was not feeling fine. Even Chidinma herself. Chidinma fell ill at some point. Congo fell ill. I heard that Kosovo, she didn't compete. She was in the crowd, like she was in the audience. But I don't know, as at now, up to now, I don't know what happened to Kosovo. Because I saw her in the audience. They showed her when they were giving her a bouquet of flowers yesterday. So Kosovo did not compete. So I don't know the reason why Kosovo did not compete. That's an issue that has not been, you know, they've not really told us anything about why Kosovo is not competing. But at the end of the day, Mia would have been able to, you know, get those things right. But of course, I feel like it's a very major issue. It's a major issue. Because for her not to compete at all, it's a very major issue. So at this point, are you saying that is South Africa organization saying that they did not know that there was a major issue with Mia before now? All these things would have been averted. It would have been averted. But at the same time, a lot of people are saying that, oh, you know, this is karma. And I ask myself, like, it might not really be karma, necessarily be karma, but at the same time, you know, it could have been avoided. All this would have been avoided if they had done the necessary thing that they need to do. That's my own perspective, Sha. Hey, you guys should not come for me. I'm just saying, allegedly, probably there's something else that happened that we don't know about, apart from the health condition, or maybe probably the health condition is a major one that, you know, she didn't disclose. Because when you are going for such a competition, you have to be prepared. You have to be armed. You have to be, you know, both your body, soul, and spirit. Everything has to be to align. You know. So, well, I see it's karma when the crowning happens. I don't understand. Some people are saying that it's karma. Hey, this is what happened when South Africans were saying Chidinma should be evicted, Chidinma should be removed from from Mexico. They petitioned that. Now this is what is happening, that the karma has turned back and it affected Mia at the end of the day. That's what people are saying. But me, I don't agree with that. I felt like this is something that would have been avoided if they had done the necessary checks. You know, if they had done the necessary checks on Mia. Because I don't really understand what would have been the major problem that would have allowed her to compete. So Natasha have completed in MEMU, but that time she wasn't personal. She was personal up then now. So I felt like, you know, to avoid all these things, South Africa would have sent the Miss SA organization. They would have sent the personal up to avoid all these these issues that just came up now. You know, because this is shocking to me. Like, as of yesterday, we didn't get any information that she was going to resign, withdraw from the competition. So I felt like this just happened hours before the prelims. This happened hours before the prelims. You know, so I don't know why, you know, they didn't do, you know, enough checks on her before sending her to Mexico. Because right now it is so embarrassing. I feel sad for Mia, though. I wish her the best. I wish her speedy recovery. I know how it is, you know, when you've prepared for a competition and you end up not, you know, going to the finals, going to the, you know, the finals of the competition. You know, the effort she has put in, you know, it can drain her mentally. I understand. So I send love and light to her. I wish her speedy recovery. I pray that she bounce back, you know, both physically and mentally, because, you know, I can imagine what is going through her head right now, how she's feeling. So you know, how she's feeling right now, because it's not easy when you prepare for a competition. At the end of the day, you can't, you know, fulfill what you started. It can be draining emotionally. It can be very draining emotionally. So let's wish her speedy recovery. I feel like, you know, there's more that, you know, they need to let us know. There's more information that we need to know about her health condition, because I don't understand. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It came as a shock. Because, like, when I saw it, I was shocked. Like, you know, this is not something I was expecting at this point of the competition. We're just close to the finals, and this is happening. You know, I felt so sad. But I wish her all the best. And yes, I think we mentioned that Italy was disqualified or something, but Italy was in the competition. I saw Italy in the competition. So where did you get the information? I don't know who got the information then. I think that was a live stream of yesterday, that Italy was disqualified. You know, Italy wasn't disqualified. Italy was there. I saw Italy. So if they knew in advance, they would have sent. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Preferably Onelia. Okay, I think there was another one that was very popular then that should have won. I've forgotten her name. Is it Onelia? That's her name. Is it Onelia? There's another one that was very popular then. You know, I think she was top 3 too with Mia. They were top 3. And they should, is it on something? I don't know. It's not Onelia. It's something else. It's another name. Sorry. It's another name. It's not Onelia. She was the favorite to win the crown. You know, they would have sent her instead. Probably Mia would have just, you know, been the how will I put it, ceremonial queen. Mia would have just been the ceremonial queen while the other ladies compete. Because right now it seems like, you know, there's so many issues that they overlooked. The Miss SA organization overlooked. You know, I feel so sad right now for them, especially for Mia at this point. But I also learned Miss Congo and another person is also sick. Yes, they fell sick, but they recovered now. Even Chidinma fell sick at some point. She fell sick at some point, but she recovered. So it's so sad that this had to happen to Mia just before the prelims. It's so sad. So I hope Mia gets better. Rumor has it that Miss Universe were not catering to her needs in regards to the sound and other things. Really? You see? I said that there was something wrong somewhere. Probably she wasn't. Oh, say Italy is the name of Miss Panama. Are you serious? Ah, I didn't know that. I was thinking it was Italy where guys were talking about. You know, that she resigned. I know Panama withdrew because she flouted the regulations. Kosovo too. Kosovo did not participate, but she was in the audience. I don't know what happened. Like I said, there's no information about that. So, like what Ms. Criticida is saying now, probably there was an issue with the organization not giving her enough resources, not catering to her needs, being the fact that she has a special need, you know. So, all this were overwhelming to her. She couldn't continue. She couldn't cope with it. And you know, when you're in the midst of crowd now, when in the midst of a lot of persons, it can really affect her. Like you guys were saying, ear fatigue. Probably the fatigue got to her and she couldn't continue with the competition. So if the SA organization had known that this was going to happen, they would have just quickly, made changes long before now. If they knew that Mia's health was not going to allow her participate fully. You know, so all this would have been avoided, Sha. All this would have been avoided. But this year's Miss Universe, Sha, is mad with a lot of controversies. A lot of controversies. That's how Panama resigned. Panama withdrew. Or I think she was even she was sacked, or she was, I don't know. She was taken out of the competition. That was how she withdrew. That was how Kosovo was not able to participate. I don't know what happened. She was just in the crowd, the audience yesterday. So many things happened in this this year's Miss Universe. So, you know, and Mexico wasn't the best host. Mexico wasn't the best host at all. I think they should but next time they shouldn't allow Mexico to host this pageant. They shouldn't allow Mexico to host, because I don't know what just happened. You know, the competition was so boring. Even the show, even the stage. Are you saying that stage is what they're going to use for finals? Because I don't like that stage. It said, I believe Ms. criticized that they should have given Mia the special needs. It's too bad because Mia is this generation's brand of Steve Wonder. Hey, Keda, please, This your comment is very funny. How's Stevie Wonder doing here again now? He said the stage was so disappointing. Petra Okonkwo, how are you doing? You're welcome. Very disappointing stage. Like even in the evening wear, it was a bit better in the evening wear? The evening wear was so rushed. You know, I told you guys that they were going to come out in twos, but this time around they came out in fours. I mean, as in a group of 5. In different entrances. I like the fact that they came out with different entrances and all. But the camera angles did not give us enough time to even focus on the girls. Even if you want to come out in group of 5, but at least they should give them enough time to showcase their gown on stage. You know. So, I don't know. Anyway, in the next live stream, I will talk about that. Who are your favorites and who's going to be the Continental Queen. And, yes, who won the best national costume. And so many other things will be talked about in the next live stream. That will be in the evening. So this one is just a quick one. Talk about Mia, why Mia withdrew, the speculations and all, you know. So, say Mia has made history. Well, but she was not able to complete it now. I wish she was able to end it now on stage. Like, she was able to compete in the finals. So I had to give it to my African ladies. They outdid themselves. Kudos to Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Egypt, Namibia, Botswana, Somalia, Egypt, and Congo. Yes, so I have my favorites already. I've been able to pick up my favorites. Okay, so you guys should prepare your favorites. We're going to discuss that in the next live stream. Say, please, when are they announcing the final 30? Is it today or tomorrow? A group of 6, not 5. Okay, a group of 6. Me, I was thinking it was even 5. Because the team was just too much. It was just too much. So when are they announcing the final 30? Is it tomorrow? It's on the finals now. You can't expect them to announce top 30 yesterday in the prelims. Prelims will decide who they are going to choose or who they are going to pick as the top 30. Do you understand? So far so good. I already have my continental winners. Yeah. But I'm going to be focusing on Africa, Sha. I don't have time for other continental. I don't get that time. Let me focus on Africa. Okay, so I'm so happy with the African countries. I'm happy that they were able to, they were able to stand up against the Latinas. So why was the Dominican Republic doing as if now her papa stage with that? That one is their business, so concern me. Everybody's showing themselves, everybody's showcasing themselves. So even if she wants to showcase whether it's her father's stage, she's free. She's free. But I still feel like they need to do more in the finals, so because I don't think that stage, I don't know what kind of stage is that though. I was not happy with the stage at all. So I think they should, they should get a better stage for the finals, because it's not really doing the camera angles and all, wasn't really giving at all. That stage was not giving. DR has bad attitude. I don't like her. How did you know? Did you see her in Cap? Are you in Mexico? How did you know about that? How do you know about that? He said DR has bad attitude. My best performance all over was Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was good as well. Peru, Chile. No, Chile was disappointing. A lot of persons were like, what happened to Chile? Chile that was giving us all the vibes. At the end of the day, look at what she did on stage. She was not really, she was just average. Venezuela was receiving a lot of applause, like Venezuela, Venezuela. Anyway, even the pageant bloggers are saying Venezuela, Venezuela, Venezuela. But me, I don't really see any hype about how, I don't know. I'm not really seeing the hype. But I feel like this year's competition, it's it's going to be between the Asia. Asia is very strong as well. But I think from the Asia region, Philippines and India, no, sorry, Philippines and Thailand, they're the ones I'm looking at from the Asia region. Philippines and Thailand. India, I don't know. I don't know about India. Like, she's not really giving me, there's something off about her. But she's still a threat too. But Thailand and Philippines, don't overlook them. I'm not embarrassed about Mia exiting the competition. They may have been other medical factors that came into play. Even given her condition, I am glad she was given the opportunity and she's... Anyway, she tried. She tried her best. Tried her best. I wish her the best. I wish her the best going forward. I hope that she's able to, you know, not allow it to affect her mental health and all, because it's not easy. When you prepare for a competition and you don't, you know, it's all these unforeseen circumstances come up. You know, it can be so draining. So I wish her the best of luck, you know, going forward. I wish her the best of luck. All right, so guys, I'm going to end the live stream here. So in the evening time, we're going to talk about our favorites and continental queens and yeah, possible crown alerts. Okay, so you guys should write down the names of the countries that you feel like they are, you know, going to make it. First of all, we'll talk about from the African region before we can now talk generally. Okay, so before we can now predict generally. So from the African region, we'll talk about who we think is the who we think deserve to be the African continental queen. Then we can now move on to other continents and, you know, give our general crown alerts, those that we think that they deserve the crown. All right, so that's what we're going to be discussing this evening. Said why South Africa with petitioning FBI and organizers of the Nigeria petition God and God prevailed. Yes, so God prevailed though, but at the end of the day, I think that this would have been avoided. Let's say one that title about, well, you guys have won it too, so I feel like, you know, it's our turn to win the crown. A lot of trans fans, even some queens, complain about the attitude problem, the way she treated others. She's arrogant. Wow, yeah, I don't know about that, Shao. I'm just saying this for the first time. And if she's arrogant, it's not good now. It's not a good trait as a beauty queen. You're not supposed to be arrogant. Because they check all these things in camp. They check your why you relate with the other contestants. Look at Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago was given the Miss Congeniality Award. You know, she was given the Miss Congeniality Award. Let's even talk about the Voice for Change. The Voice for Change. I told you guys that Guinea is coming in strong. I told you guys. Guinea now, Guinea, Eritrea, and Somalia. I think they were the African countries that, was it Guinea, Somalia? I know Guinea was the silver, won the silver award, you know, for best, one of the best Voice for Change videos. I told you guys that Guinea was coming in strong, you know. So when her name was called, I was like, wow, true to what she stood out for, you know. Her Voice for Change was just the best out of the other African countries, because I know how it is when it comes to female genital mutilation. It's something that we are fighting strongly against here in Nigeria. There's some cultures that still practice female genital mutilation here in Nigeria. You know, and we are fighting against. We have NGOs that are fighting against it. You know, so I think that was a very strong cause, social cause that she was fighting against. Her being also a victim, you know, she also talked about her story, how she was a victim of female genital mutilation and all, you know. So I felt like, you know, it was a well-deserved award for Guinea, and I wish her the best going into the finals. Chidinma also did her best. I wish her the best. I feel like Chidinma is coming in strong too, as a strong contender from the African region. Other African queens, they all did their best, but I'll save what I want to say for the next live stream, okay? So how do you guys see the Voice for Change? You think that, you know, every other African country that made it, do you think it deserved it? Because to me, Guinea was the most deserving from the African countries. All right, so he said, So many people have been complaining about Dominican Republic's attitude. I wonder what she's doing to other kids. I don't know about that too. What was she doing? He said, God is for all of us, and he loves no one less than the other. Hmm. Anyway, we're not saying that God is for everybody. Of course, we're not saying that God is for other people, for some persons against other people, or for only some persons only. But you know, there are certain things that they say heaven help those who help themselves. So you can't just sit back and pray and not put in the hard work. Okay, so everything has to align. Chidinma is a very strong contender. I think she can even. Yes, she's a very strong contender right now. Like she's the top of my list. She's the top of my list right now. So I feel like she gave above average performance, and I won't be surprised if she makes the cut. Okay, on the finals day at all. I won't be surprised. Anyways, let me leave that for the next live stream. Okay, so like I said, all this bad attitude that beauty queens are, are exhibiting in camp is not good for them. It's not. It doesn't say well of a beauty queen when you have a bad attitude, because you have to converse with the other queens. You are like an ambassador for your country. So when you have that bad attitude, it's not good at all. It's not a good trait for a beauty queen to have a bad attitude. It's not a good trait. So all these countries you guys are complaining about, anyways, if it is true, that they actually have bad attitude and all, then best believe me, they might not please. Because if you look at the Miss Universe organization, they also look at your attitude whilst in camp. They look at every other thing. They can't just crown a queen that has a bad attitude. So I think most of these ladies need to check their attitude. May I put in the hard work just like any other lady despite her condition? Well, it's so sad that she has to, withdraw at the dying minutes. I feel like, it's so. I'm still shocked. Like I don't believe that Mia has withdrawn like this. Like, I'm still shocked. But at the end of the day, I think that all this would have been avoided. Like I said, all this would have been avoided if they had done if they had taken measures to curb all these things, like to curb out unforeseen circumstances. Anyway, that's it for this live stream. I don't have much to talk about because I want to recharge and come back in the evening because I'm still having hangover right now. Like I'm still tired from the because during the competition I was like, I was chatting with most of my friends and and all, giving them updates because they were telling me I had to give them updates and all. So it was just so overwhelming. Like I was so tired. After the whole competition, I just slept again, only to wake up with a slight headache because, when you don't sleep well in the night, it affects you. It affects your whole day. You start having headache and all. So I just want to recharge and come back in the evening for us to now discuss our our finals, rather, the Miss Universe finals, our favorites for the finals, our continental queens for Africa. That's what we're going to discuss in the evening, okay? So I'll see you all in the next live stream, okay? Good afternoon and have a nice day. See you in the evening. Bye.